Why do you think some men struggle with emotional expression?
They passed. They were upbringing.
Definitely.
Offensive upbringing. Sometimes they might have just had one spouse in the home. That does make a difference.
Yeah.
Seeing trauma.
And if you didn't get that emotional attachment, because some mothers don't get that emotional attachment with their sons.
That's a fact. That's
Right.
a fact.
And if you really, because that's a mother's role with the son, that emotional attachment, that's automatic. The father has to build that,
but
and teach that.
I don't think that's automatic, because if you're the only
with the mother or the father,
with the mother,
it should be. But some mothers are not like that.
I don't think it can be if she's trying to raise him by herself.
Because my grandmother, like I say, Bertha Dandridge, I know she loved me with all of her. But she was not the type like my dad. That's where you got it from.
But I think that's where
hug. See, I love. If you try to get go on now.
But that's what I think mothers have to be if they're raising these boys. You see what I'm saying? They can't be, oh, I love you, son. I love you. But he's 6'3" now, but he ain't want to listen.
But even if it's a woman raising a boy, she can't show him how to be a man. He's still going to have that. He's still going to be an emotional child. And is going to react emotionally.
Not if she's not emotional.
I don't think it really matters.
I think it does, because even if he's raised by a woman, you just don't know. A woman can be just as cold-hearted as a man.
Yeah, but she still can't get what that man is going to give him.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he's going to be taught like a man. He's going to be
what he sees.
I can give you that.
I just feel like that there are certain lessons and certain things that a man can instill that a woman hasn't been through.
For sure.
For her to I'm not saying that a woman can't raise a man. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there's still things that are missing, even from the younger generation. There's still things are missing that only a man could put to put inside.
But you said the key word. She can raise him as a young boy. She can't raise him once they get 16. That's out the window. It's one thing hanging with friends at the age. Yep. The mother ain't gonna have no say so in what this young man's gonna be doing, unless she coveted him a lot.
So basically, for the women that's taking care of like boys, when they turn a certain age, you gotta do like Boys in the Hood. Take them to their dad's house.
You stupid.
If you ain't seen Boys in the Hood, that means you too young. But you need to go watch it. Yeah, that's what she did.
Hey, uncle come over something.
She took him to his dad. She was like, look, he got too old for me to raise him. Now it's your turn.
Then he didn't want to go back with his mom.
That's a fact.
There you go.
That's a fact.
I'm going to be a man, Mom.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have reached that good part of the show where we go ahead and sum up everything that we had talked about. It was a long conversation, probably one of our longest episodes that we have had.
Facts.
So, Kelly, we're going to go ahead and start with you. No, just give us a nice little summary of everything that we talked about.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you, gentlemen, for having me again. It was an honor and privilege for me to be here.
For sure.
I like being here. And I almost feel like this is part of my calling up in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all wisdom. Y'all give me wisdom. That's going to be the name of the next show. You give me wisdom, I give you wisdom. We hit on some great topics today. All of our inputs were pretty good. And we basically, all three of us was on the same page as everything today. All our opinions tonight were the same. Nothing was different. Last week, some was a little different, but tonight, everything was the same.
Last week, it was definitely different.
Yeah, everything was the same tonight.
Yeah, facts.
Everything. It was a beautiful thing to have this kind of camaraderie with this topic. It was beautiful. I hope it was beautiful for you young men too, and I hope y'all learned something. Ladies too.
Facts. Let's see. Where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start here. Men, get therapy. Find a different outlet besides drinking, weed, and sex. Well, you don't gotta take the sex out, but find a different route to take when everything else is going wrong. Don't just sit there and your own misery, because misery love company. Because once you start bringing yourself down, the friends that's trying to bring you up and pull you up, you're gonna start pulling them down because you're gonna start being jealous of what they're doing. Let's see. We just got to be men now. That's it. Stop wanting to be the woman of the relationship. Go ahead and just be you. Be inside you, which is the man. That's it, man.
Okay.
We out.
I don't have much to say tonight because everything that Jeff and Kelly spoke on has really had a profound impact, and there's nothing I can say that will sum all of that up. I think we'll be here all night.
That's a fact.
If I had to sum it up. So one thing that I'm going to say is Jeff is right. Do seek therapy. Don't rely on vices to get through life.
Mm-mm.
You know, and
I agree.
I second what Kelly said, that this conversation has definitely been plentiful, you know, sharing wisdom, as they say, you know, iron sharpens iron. And that's what we have to do. We have to come together, and iron sharpens iron. We cannot be a community. We cannot be a culture if we are divided. It's been said plenty of times over and over and over again.
Facts.
But we have to come together as one and elevate each other as one. And sometimes it's looking at yourself, sometimes it's looking at history, sometimes it's looking towards the future and realizing some of the things you want to do to put the goals in place to make your life, to make things more achievable, starting with the small goals. So I definitely want to show appreciation for all the knowledge that was presented. I mean, this show has been a long time coming. You know, just this episode, just talking about manhood, just talking about the things that we go through because we don't have that safe space to do it. And I'm glad that I can provide, or we can provide that safe space to have that conversation. And we're here. We're here. We're here. So thank you, gentlemen. Man, y'all have really provided an eye opener, and I believe the audience is going to love this through and through. So with that being said, we'll catch y'all on the next go around.